What's up, world? You are welcome to Next Study. Today we are discussing Donald Trump and Bill Zenker's Think Big and Kick Arse. Anyway, this will be so cool and I have so much thoughts, but it's going to be so fun. So let's begin. If this is your first time, I am Nez. Welcome to Nez Telly. Sit down here, talk about books, trying to get people to read more, trying to get you interested in reading more. If this is your first time, please like this video, subscribe, share with your friends so that we can get ourselves to talk more about reading and getting more informed and getting better and all that. And today we're talking about thinking big, think big and kick arse. Now, this book it was written in 2007. I have my laptop here. It was written in 2007 or was it 2009? Give me a second, please. It was written in 2007. So what you could get from this book is that it gives off the motivational speaking vibe, but that's not actually the case. There's still a lot to learn through this book. So let us begin. I have like 5 points I would like to point out, and my jotter is here. Point number 1 is to get excited about your dream. Get so excited about your dream that is infectious, at least to you. Don't allow somebody, not like don't allow, he says nobody should be more excited about your dream than you are. Do you understand? A lot of times it happens to us where we have someone in our life that is more like, cheering us on. Do this, you can do it, blah, blah, blah. He's like, throw that one to the side. If you realize somebody is more excited about what you want to do than you are, try and up your excitement. Because nobody should be more excited about you. It's your life, it's your dream, it's your goal, it's your vision, it's where you're going to. So nobody should out-excite you. Do you understand? Not like a squirrel or competition or anything, but no one should out-excite you. That's number 1. Number 2, don't start out settling. Like when I was younger, I do remember, I don't know, or when you were younger, I imagine that there must have been a time when you thought to yourself, I don't really want a very big car, or I don't really my job, small salary, not something too much. I don't know why we used to do that. I'm sure that there's some mental reason for that, but I know a lot of people used to do that. Say, because not so much, I just want to be comfortable, not so much money. I don't know what the fear was with having too much money. He's like, well, collect it, pass it to the side. Dream big. If you're going to go big or go home. Imagine like if you're going to if you want to do a particular job that someone else is doing now, imagine that you're going to outdo the person. That's the way you do it. Don't start out settling. That way, if you fall back to something ahead. That's if you fall back. But don't even agree that you're going to fall back. Go front and just continue to go front. Of course, not his words, mine. But go front and just continue to go front. When you're thinking about what you want to do, don't think of, at least let me reach somewhere here and I'll be fine. No, think about it. The biggest, the largest, the most excited, the brightest way around it. Go big. Go big or go big. You understand? That's number 2. Number 3, spend time every day working towards this goal or dream. Honestly, this goes without saying, but I think a lot of us don't know that this is what we're supposed to do. At least personally, I don't know this. You think of you want to do something, you really want to do something, but you're doing something right now, and you're doing nothing towards this other thing that you really want to do. That is your dream or your goal. Plan towards your dream and your goal. Every day, do something. He said at least spend 2 hours. Find 2 hours in your day, no matter how busy you are, whatever you're trying to do. If you want to have the biggest library in the world, if you want to have the biggest construction firm in the world, if you want to have the biggest online cryptocurrency in the world, you have to work towards it at least 2 hours every day towards that thing, even before it comes to fruition. Because dreams are what they are. That's why I say it gives a motivational speaker vibe, because you can dream big. But this person is telling you, see, there's a dream, that this is how you can achieve that dream. 2 hours a day, plan towards this. Read, meet people, increase your network towards that particular dream. Continue to do something towards that dream. 2 hours every day without fail. He said if you can do at least 2 hours. 2 hours is the least though. Not like you should do up to 2 hours. Do 2 hours the least. So that means that on a normal day, if you can do 5 hours, it's better. But try every day. Do a 2-hour walk towards this particular dream, and you're going to achieve your dream faster. Honestly, something hot. So number 4 is get used to know. Do you understand? You're going to talk to people. You're going to open. In short, just get familiar with no. I read a book recently called Failing Forward. It's not recent, earlier this year. I'll put the link up here so you can hear what I said, what we discussed about that particular book. The thought it's amazing. failure is for successful people. The successful people that have failed, they are comfortable with failing. You don't do them anything. They fail, they get up and they continue to go. People that failures, I won't call it failure. Failures are people that are successful. People that are successful fail consistently. So failure and getting no, just because you went somewhere and asked for something once and they said no, that doesn't mean. Sometimes marketers, they say you have to, marketers say that you call about 100 people, that's telemarketers, telephone marketers, say you call at least 100 people to get 5 yeses in a day. So you have to bear that in mind. You have to get used to the word no. It shouldn't pain you, it shouldn't bother you so much. And the thing is that a lot of times when you work so hard towards something and you get a no, you feel exhausted. Do not allow yourself to get exhausted. And to that, he also added that you have more energy than you think you have. A lot of times we underestimate our energy. We're like, oh, I got tired, I didn't have it in me anymore. See, you don't know what you can do until you need to. So it's like when you're on survival mode, you do way more. So why do you have to wait till you get on survival mode? Meanwhile, you can do it without having to be on survival mode. So you have more energy than you actually think. You have more willpower than you give yourself credit for. So don't allow your mind play tricks on you where you're like, oh, I did everything I could and I ran out of blah blah blah. See, don't let your mind fool you. Get up and continue going. Just continue doing it until you get your yes. But as many no's as you get, continue to work. Don't get tired. Don't say, oh, I got no 4 times, I'm tired. I got 10 times, I'm tired. No, don't tire out. Continue to try until you find somebody, until you find the yes that you want. Another interesting conversation. A friend of ours eventually got scholarship to do masters in, I think, Norway recently. And she told me that she and her husband applied to 400 schools. 400 schools around the world. Only 3 answered back. 400 schools. I was like, I want to be like this person when I grow up. Anyway, get comfortable with no. That's all I'm saying. So that's the number 4. Last, definitely not the least, is to speak up. Speaking up is something a lot of us do struggle with. Probably has to do with the way we're raised. A lot of times, no. You know, we hear no a lot. Can I be some no? I want to jump off here. No. I want to climb the fence and fly. No. You know. So you hear no so many times that most times you hear a no in your head before you even want to speak. So you feel like, okay, if I say this now, I'm going to get a no. Let me just keep quiet. It affects the way some of us are in class. I don't know if you were in school. When you were in school, there was this particular person I knew was very smart, but never spoke up in class. So they always knew the answer, but they doesn't speak up because they're like, I beg, you know, there's the possibility of ridicule, people laughing at them, or there's the possibility of them being wrong, and it's just too much while I don't want to deal with all of that. So learn to speak up. There are actually books on confidence. I found them recently. Look around, find books on confidence. If you have a very strong confidence in your office, you can speak up amongst your friends when they want to do something stupid and they want to get you involved. You can speak up and say, "Oh, people should leave me alone." Do you understand? Because it's interesting to find that peer pressure exists everywhere. Most of us thought that peer pressure was a teenage thing. All of us have a form of peer pressure that we're dealing with. Even if you become the president of a country or the president of the world, there's a form of peer pressure you might be dealing with. So in order to step away from some peer pressure move, you need to learn how to speak up. It is very, 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 very important. No. So that is what I wanted to just point out from this book. Now, this book is amazing. Like I said, it's a very charging ginger type of book. Like you feel very excited when you're done with the book. And let me talk a bit about the character, Donald Trump. Now, in case you believe in under a rock for a minute, Donald Trump was the last president of the United States. Now, before then, he was popular for being on The Apprentice. At least that's where a lot of us got to know him. Yeah, that Apprentice show that he did, the Celebrity Apprentice. From reading his stories, that's from listening to this was a book I've read from him, and I remember a friend of mine who is very good at real estate right now. Some 10 years ago, she said she wanted to do real estate. She was a makeup artist then. She said she wanted to do real estate and all that. And then I happened to go to her house once, and her room had a lot of books from Donald Trump. And I was like, why are you reading so many of this man's books? He was like that the man is like a mega real estate person in the US. So she feels like, if she wants to be sure about this real estate thing, she should read a lot of the guy's book. And she had a lot. I'm talking of like a lot. Books that he had co-authored with other people, and all that. So it was just so interesting. Now she's doing very well as a listener. I think maybe I need to ask her if it was directly connected to those books that she read that time. But at this stage, it's not really quite as sliced and dry. Anyway, so Donald Trump is somebody that has been able to get a lot done without actually putting. Okay, he's found an interesting way of doing business, making money through business using his brand. I never quite understood this or knew this. In the Celebrity Apprentice, sorry, in the Apprentice, gone. Celebrity Apprentice was him that produced. In the Apprentice, someone approached him and said, "Come and do a show." Like the way the show, if you ever watched it, you would believe that it was his own show. He came, sat down, wrote show, and said, "Okay, you people should take show. You people pay me." No, somebody approached him and said, "Come and do show." He said, "Okay, so how much you people pay me to do show?" I don't even understand. But meanwhile, the show is marketed like it's his own show because it's his show. It's a very interesting way of putting it. So it's like he is in charge. He gets the rights. He gets the rights. He gets the money. But he wasn't part of the original producers. How is that even possible? He's not a producer. He's not a director. He's not the original writer. Think about it. But he gets paid as those. Same thing with like a lot of the businesses that he does. He talks about how they are Donald Trump, I think a clothing line by one particular brand, like the suits, the ties, the shoes, the shirts, and all that. They are branded for him. That they're branded not for, as they're branded with his name, but it's not his own. But if you see it, you think it's own because he sells it like it's his own. He doesn't sell it, by the way. Someone else sells it too. But it is sold like it is him that owns the brand. It's not him that owns it. So if that brand goes down now, it's not his money that goes down. But he gets paid. It's honestly, I feel like it's some genius level type of business. Of course, there's still a question of how sustainable that is after a long period of time. But still, the man has been able to crack some code. A lot of people, like, I've never really read any book from anybody that does business different from this. He's able to figure out how to make money off just his name alone, but not just making it off his name like a regular brand, but make it off giving people the impression that this actually belongs to him. Then if anything happens to that thing, it doesn't even affect him. In short, sometimes it will go down, he gets paid for it going down. I don't know, does that make any sense to you? Anyway, this book is amazing, Jare. It's totally worth the read. I found it on Script and I listened to it. I also found that it's on YouTube too when I was trying to do research to see whether anybody had done a summary on it, and I've not seen any. I usually don't even bother looking at summaries until much later, but I just look around and see how much of a traction the book is getting before I talk about it myself. But that being said, Think Big and Kick Arse is a great book to get you all gingered up. Like if you're feeling not as motivated, he also put a few things. He put a few things that you can do, a few actions. In short, at the beginning of the book, there were like a list of 20 questions that you answer, like a cosmopolitan type. I don't know if you used to read magazines, then all those type of questions that you answer A, B, C, D, then you calculate it together, then you put yourself in a group to realize how much you need to work towards your dream. The book is nice. I think it's really good. Very easy read. It's not that long. It's 8 hours long. It's not that long. I listened to it. I didn't read it, but it's available to read on Script, and it's available in most bookshops. Most bookshops that you check out, ask them. Think Big and Kick Arse by Donald Trump and Bill Zanker. Bill Zanker is a guy that had this like a forum, like a platform where people come and speak, and he paid Donald Trump to come and speak on his platform, a ridiculous amount of money, if I may say so, to speak on his platform. So I won't be surprised that this book now, do you understand, he got paid to write this book, do you understand, to share his thoughts. Like, it wouldn't surprise me. For all you know now, the way this book is now is this Bill Zanker guy that is bearing the brunt, that is bearing the weight of the book, and he's paying him and he still gets paid. You know, it's an interesting way of doing business. Anyway, if you haven't already, subscribe and leave a like. Let me know if you like this video, and please share with more people. A lot of us need to think big, kick ass, and be awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.